Game of Thrones, no spoilers here for everybody who hadn't seen it yet or you've not caught up yet. We're not going to spoil. I would just say that the one complaint that I've seen from people, there's two complaints that I've seen from people.
It's too short.
Well, the too short part of it, we knew we were
that's
getting
not
into
even
it.
one of the two
No,
complaints.
it's not one of the two. The two complaints, and one was that
three complaints.
there's something in particular that happens inside of the episode, we'll just say with Jon Snow, okay? And people were complaining about, well, in the books, they don't set this up, and in the books, the rules are actually, they say this, and in the books, I'm like, this ain't the fucking books.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'll say it off air because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but this is not the books.
We don't have books
There were
left.
certain rules that were not set up in the television series, and it just is. I was okay with these things, and I have no complaints. That's why I tweeted it out. And some people that don't read the books were like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Good, then you enjoyed the episode. You enjoyed that part. The other,
Do you know what he's talking about?
I think I have an idea. Yeah.
so the other thing, thing that I would say.
So that does not happen in the book.
It's when Jon Snow ejaculates into the
Yeah,
air.
well, this part of the
Straight up.
yes, this part of the books is not, we're not even caught up yet.
Right,
but it's
but-
just certain things that, as far as why certain things are allowed to happen, right?
Okay.
But the other thing was that it was all set up.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have to look at this very similar to what we just said with Mandalorian. This is a 6-hour, or not even 6 hour, 6-part film.
Yeah.
that
It's
is
close to 8
closing
hours.
out. I don't want a battle and all this craziness
right.
happening in episode 1. I
Right.
want these are the stakes, these are the teams. That's your coach. That's your coach. Play ball.
Yeah.
Did I see a couple holes? Sure.
Yeah.
But were they glaring? No.
Can I
No.
be honest? I saw no holes. I thought this episode was perfect.
I see no holes.
I see no holes.
It's a problem.
I love this.
I'm sorry for both of
What are you, an alien?
Call my doctor. Dr. Grant, I see no holes. So
I don't know where to
Really-
put this. I see no holes.
Really hot, but there was one problem.
What's this from? Wow. What a hole.
What is that?
It's when
Happy Gilmore.
No.
No.
I'll do it again.
Land
one more
Before
time.
Time 2.
2. What's the name of it?
The Great Adventures Escape
Pretty close, I
to
think.
the other land.
It's when Daniel Stern falls through the hole in Home Alone 2. And he
Oh.
looks up and he just, wow. What a hole.
Yeah, I can't. It's a great soundbite. But I really like the episode a lot.
So
It set it up so well.
And all of the not talking about who, but people seeing each other who hadn't seen
Right.
It was a reunion episode.
The reunions. I had all the feels.
Yeah.
I wanted this, and the closing moment.
Were you caught up?
I was caught
Okay.
up, and I love it. I have to say, I didn't read the Game of Thrones books, but I did. I was a big Lord of the Rings. I loved the
You
books.
missed Sean
I-
Astin in here. He was in here yesterday.
I was supposed to hang
Are
out
you
with him
doing it?
also. Missed
No,
that.
right
He
after
was in
you
here
left.
Are you?
Right after you
No,
left.
no.
Cody, please make
You have
that
to
a bit when you
understand-
come back.
you have to
He came in at
understand.
2:30, so you had to wait like 3
Literally,
or 4 hours.
I put together a Sean Astin. This is before, like, oh my God, when I was in college, I did a monologue where they're like bringing a monologue. So I took all of
Rudy.
my Rudy.
Goonies.
Don't you guys see? Like, yeah. Don't you guys see? The next time you see Sky, it's gonna be over some other town. The next time you take a test, it'll be in another school. Our parents, they want the best of stuff for us, but it's our time. It's our time down there, and it's their time.
good.
It's their time up there.
good.
Yeah.
And then I went into the Rudy speech. I mean, the way
love
I
him.
love Sean Astin. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
that all being said, I was so into the Lord of the Rings books, and I loved the movies. But
Mm-hmm.
as somebody who experienced the books first, and like
Took
I
it away a little bit.
understand.
Yeah.
Well, I understand why like. You have the problem is like you can imagine everything in your own
Sure.
head, or you like there's certain rules that get set up.
This
or
was a little
there's
different though, but this is because I agree with you because
Yeah.
that's why I stopped reading the Harry Potter books because I had watched
just
I
gonna
had read
say.
3 or 4 of them and then every time I saw the movie I was just like, wait a minute, these movies are good and why aren't I enjoying them as much as I should?
I read
Because
the
I had
books.
so much with the books.
Yeah.
This is different. This is something where there are certain things, rules that were set up in because the books have not caught up yet
Right,
to
right.
the movies. So there are things that are just set up as far as lore in the books that were not set up in the show, but the fans of the books were like, well, if you go back into the books, that shouldn't have happened because of this. I'm like, well, they didn't set that up in the TV show, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
It's like, it's fine.
No, I understand. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it obviously doesn't ruin the show for
Yeah.
most people.
But I understand.
Yeah.
I get it, like when you're locked in, but I dug it.